Hey Scorpio, well, welcome to your April 2019 reading. I know you're seeing like a bunch of this smoke. I'm burning some Palo Santo here, or Palo Santo, however it is you pronounce it. And, well, first I want to say forgive my lip. I just came back from the dentist, so I had some work done, so my mouth is pretty numb right now. But I was inspired when I went to the dentist because, and I have to be honest with you, I was waiting to do the Scorpio reading because I personally, and I have a Scorpio rising, so please, I love the sign Scorpio. I really do. But I'm having an issue with a particular Scorpio right now, and I did not want that to influence the reading. And so I wanted to wait because it's just been really, really eating at me, really irritating me, this situation that's going on. But while I was at the dentist office this morning, the dental assistant that was working with me, we really hit it off. And so if you're watching this, Grace, welcome to my channel. But she's actually has a Scorpio in her life. And so I found it easier to be able to focus on other Scorpios after seeing her personality and seeing how upbeat she is and everything, and how she's not being affected in the same way that I am. And so I had to be able to release the bitterness, and it is bitter, and I know that's not healthy, but it is a bit of bitterness that I'm feeling right now, and I had to be able to release that before I unfairly did a reading for Scorpio. So with that said, okay, I'm going to now get into your reading. I clean up the energy in the room. And, well, first thing out that I got for Scorpio, what I was picking up is it's a time for change. Okay, so however that fits, however that resonates, that was the immediate message that I heard for you. So with that said, I'm going to start shuffling the deck and laying out the cards for your reading for the month of April 2019, and get this camera off my limp lip. But I'm going to point the camera down, and as I get messages, I will certainly convey them, okay? All right, so here we go. Okay, Scorpio, let me tune into your energy and see what I can pick up. You know, I heard the word crisis. So I don't know if this is something that's going on around you, that will be going around you, that you're hearing about or witness to, okay? But I just heard the word crisis, and I don't even know what is entailed with this yet, okay? But crisis to me never sounds like a really good word, you know? But I don't feel like it's you directly. I'm feeling a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit of anxiety here. I'm not sure what this is, Scorpio. Alright, so let me just shuffle these cards and lay them out. I'm also getting really tired, like doing this, like really sleepy. So you may just need some rest, or you're feeling tired about something. Alright, let me see. Okay, here we go. Yeah, look at that. Four of Swords. That's the resting card, needing that rest. So putting the mind at rest, overthinking too much, you know. Five of Swords. Oh, gosh. That main energy. Page of Swords. Death. That's the Scorpio card right there. Transformation. Which makes sense. I just heard a time for change. Okay. Well, at least coming out of April seems to be better than the energy that you're in right now, okay? But the bottom of the deck is the Two of Wands, and I'll keep that to the side. The Two of Wands is really just making a choice, you know, picking a path. All right, so we'll just keep that over here. But the main energy surrounding you, Scorpio, right now is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is very combative, it seems. This is like this combative energy. You have this energy about you right now, Scorpio, where you're willing, not that you're looking for a fight, but you're willing to fight. You know, you're willing to swing this sword for, I guess, fighting for your happiness. We get the Sun card at the bottom, okay? This is what it seems like to me. Fighting for your happiness. All right, so we'll start up here, okay? There we have the Star, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. The Star, this to me is like really what it is. You know, look at it. What do you do with stars? You wish upon stars, you know? This is like a wish you're wanting to come true. For some of you, it may be communication, successful communication, and for some other of you, gosh, I'm tongue-tied. This could be a forward movement in something, getting something going, moving forward. But I feel like whatever it is that you're wishing for with this communication or the forward movement, it's taking time. It's taking time. And I think this is where maybe the irritation is coming in with this Five of Swords here, is because you're tired, especially with the Four of Swords right behind it. This is resting. When you see the Four of Swords, this is somebody who's going within, taking a mental break and resting. They're kind of gearing up for this battle. You know, they're laying down. Look, we have the 4 and then the 5. And it's so the 4 is leading right into the 5. This is resting before the battle. And then we have the Page of Swords. Okay, the Page of Swords, I always say be careful with this. Because nobody's saying that you don't have the right to feel or think the way that you're feeling or thinking. But the way you behave is what makes the difference. The Page of Swords has not, you know, we have the Page, then we have the Knight, and then we have the Queen, and then the King. The King has mastered all of their thoughts, all of their emotions. They've mastered it. That's why they're the King. The Page is still that immature energy, still coming in and learning how to cope, learning how to speak, learning how to deal with situations that become difficult. And when you're going from this resting phase to gear up for this battle, and then the Page of Swords comes out, this is not good. This is not good. This is very irrational. Very irrational. This isn't fair at all. And we don't have a single king or queen on this board. We go from the Page to the Knight. But we have pages here. We have a Page of Pentacles, a Page of Swords, and then the Knight of Wands coming out of April. I don't know if you've ever seen this. I'll tell you what this card reminds me of. If you've ever seen any of the Twilight Saga movies, I think it may be Breaking Dawn or the one just prior to that. There's this vampire who goes around biting a bunch of people to create an army. And because they say a new vampire they're wild. They just go around. You can't tame them. They're super strong at that time, but they're really wild at that time, and you can't tame them. And they create chaos. There's nothing but chaos. And so when you have the Five of Swords right next to the Page of Swords, this isn't a good combination. And that can be dangerous. Okay, so you got to really try to be mindful of that. I mean, I'll try to clarify what that's about, but you've really got to be mindful of that, because nothing should get you to the point where you just start acting like somebody who can't be tamed, you know, regardless of what's coming at you. You should never act that way, because this energy right here, hardly ever do I see that being a good outcome. Hardly ever. Not for you, not for the person that's behaving in this way. For other Scorpios, I will say that this could also be a child that you're involved with who's acting in this way, and you putting your foot down and ready to combat that. Like, no, 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 we're not going to do this. You're not going to behave this way. You know, you're not going to act ridiculous and crazy. And if you have somebody in your surroundings that's acting this way, you're just not going to tolerate it. And that's just where you're at right now. Okay, so this could be coming at you as well. So keep that in mind. This doesn't necessarily have to be you behaving in this way. This could be coming at you. But let's see what this is about. Page of Swords. Why is that there? Oh, the Tower in reverse. Okay. Whoa. Wow, look what came flying out. Two of Wands, Page of Swords again. The Knight of Wands, like at the bottom here. All the same cards are popping out. Two of Cups in reverse. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so with the Eight of Cups and the Two of Pentacles in reverse, a connection that you had with somebody is just not working out. I mean, that's just, it's done. That's done. That's not working anymore. Because it was built on a faulty foundation. Anything built on a faulty foundation will crumble. It's just taking time to crumble because it's in reverse. Because you, my friend, need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. You need to pick a path, make a decision. What are you going to do? The ball is really in your court. You know, are you going to stick around and deal with this, or are you going to take action? You know, you've got to do something, but to come out of character, you can't do. Okay, Scorpio, I mean, that's just what I'm seeing here. But by the end of April, I really feel like this situation up here is going to smooth itself out, because we have the Death card, which is transformation. And this is the Scorpio card. So I really feel like this is you. You are going to transform either your thought process, a behavior, a tactic, or an approach. Like, I feel like this is going to change. When this changes, when you do come around and this changes, then the sun comes out. Then this chaos up here turns into the sun. The sun is the happiest card in the deck. This is good feeling energy. But I really feel like you have to change your approach. You have to change your tactic. I feel like even if somebody else is wrong, the way that you may be dealing with it and thinking about it and handling it may not be serving you the best way possible. And so some of you may be wanting that battle. Some of you may be sitting back and like wanting the battle. But again, it's not going to serve a good purpose. It's really that immature, chaotic energy that's really going to cause nothing but disruption. Okay, so that I caution you about here. But coming out of April, we have the Knight of Wands. This is very much action-oriented, forward movement, not sitting still, making changes, going for something passionately. Like, but we'll see what that's about. The Six of Cups in reverse. This is like just not engaging, which is a good idea. So if you feel like you're being provoked, don't engage. It's a great idea. It's a good idea. Don't engage. Don't you know, Scorpios are good for planning their attack. You know, that's what a Scorpio is good for. When they feel like they're going to be attacked, Scorpio will sit and plan and plot on you. Not a good idea, Scorpio. Because, oh yeah, look at that. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. When you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, this is not karma coming your way in a good way. The Wheel of Fortune upright is good karma. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse is not. And this is what I'm saying about this Page of Swords. And look where it landed, right underneath it. This is what I'm saying about the Page of Swords. You really have to keep this in check, because when this comes out, and again, the Six of Cups in reverse. Like I said, this is a very immature energy right here. The Six of Cups is a childlike energy, okay? This is emotionally, like going back to like childhood memories, childhood emotions. When it's in reverse, it just doesn't feel good. And that's exactly what I'm saying about this Page of Swords. It's right here. I'm clarifying it, and it's right here. I was Whew, you know, Scorpio, I really caution you to rethink the way you want to handle things this month, you know. And I'm not saying, and I keep saying it, I'm not saying that you're at fault. I'm not saying that. Some of you may be. Some of you may be. Some of you may really have to reevaluate the way you have behaved in a certain situation. But others of you, you know, really think about your approach, because this could sting you in the end. You know, the Scorpio is the stinger, not the stingy, you know. So if you're the one getting stung, you know, it's because you have to change the approach. And like I said, this could go either way. It could be coming at you or to you. And we've got the Hanged Man in reverse. This is not seeing the light. This is not getting the message. When the Hanged Man is in upright, this is looking at things from a different perspective. Being enlightened. Trying to see things from another person's point of view. When it's in reverse, you can't do that. You're not capable of it. Because you're just stuck on that one thought, you know. And this is what I'm urging you. And this is why, because that energy is there, this is why the karmic wheel will not turn in your favor. You've got to be able to change your perspective. You've got to be able to not be so stubborn in something. And again, I will say, this could be somebody else that you're you know, that's not doing this. All right, so I don't want, you know, Scorpios to come in the comment section and start cussing me out. You know, like, I'm just the messenger. So I'm just saying, like, if this is you, you know, I would definitely really try, because I'm pretty sure, you know, Scorpios are a fixed sign, you know. They're not mutable. It's very hard for them to change their mind on something once they're locked in. It's not serving your purpose, and it could hurt you. If this is somebody that you're involved with, it could hurt them, you know. So you've really got to change your perspective. At least try, okay? So let me get some guidance cards for you, Scorpio, and see what the advice is here. Advice for Scorpio. Yeah, see? Just breathe, Scorpio. Just breathe. It's challenging times. Win or lose. There it is. Look, win or lose. That's that Page of Swords mentality. Win or lose. You're going to come swinging this sword. Okay? But awaiting results fell right on top of Four of Swords. Remember what I said about Four of Swords? This is you sitting and resting and, you know, going within. That's what this is. And so this is that resting phase. This is that resting phase before the win or lose comes out, which is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, that battle, ready for a battle. Win or lose. Now, I'll tell you, if you look up the meaning for the Five of Swords, a lot of people will say that this card literally means, in short, a selfish victory. A selfish victory. And that really makes sense right next to the Page of Swords. And then the Page of Swords, that really chaotic, immature energy, and then what comes out on top of it? Challenging times. Because the thought wasn't, you know, when you don't take the time to retract this and look at things from a different perspective, like with the Hangman in reverse, it's not going to go well. Like, the karmic wheel cannot turn in your favor. It just can't. And so I really feel like this is hard. It's probably even hard to hear, but, you know, Whew. All right, Scorpio. Let me get 3 more cards for you. The Grove. Again, this is like the resting phase. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Invisible, listening, and 1 more. Cycles, self-worth, yeah. And look, especially with the Death card, the Scorpio card, transformation, and then we have cycles, and then we had that karmic wheel, the karmic cycle, and self-worth. You know, you may be hurt by this. You may be hurt by what's going on. Invisible, feeling like what you want and what you think and what you feel doesn't matter. But that's where you need to look at things from a different perspective, because that may not be the case. But you have to be able to listen. You have to be able to listen and not be stuck in a one-track mind or one-track mind way of thinking, you know, because that's what's causing these challenging times. And then we have cycles and self-worth. You know, you've got to be able to love yourself enough, you know, to be able to go through cycles gracefully, even if it means they're uncomfortable and you have to back down or take responsibility, you know. So this is not exactly the easiest message to deliver, nor would I imagine it be the easiest one to receive. So please take everything that I said, you know, take it all in and really think about it. And also, before you leave a comment or a thumbs down, take into consideration that there are thousands of Scorpios that listen to this who are either dealing with this themselves or know somebody, or it's coming at them. This is not a personal reading. This is not a personal reading. So if it does not resonate with you, it is not meant for you. And I say these things as like a disclaimer because, like I said, I'm the messenger. Now, when I started this, I wasn't sure how it was going to go because, like I said, I myself have been having issues with a Scorpio who has that same exact energy, just ready to swing their sword. And I'll tell you, honestly, I have been trying to have civil conversation and it's just not happening. And so that's my personal experience. But I put that aside for this reading. And so I really feel like this is a Scorpionic energy right now. And like I said, I have a rising Scorpio. And so I can resonate with this to a certain extent, for sure. But, you know, so I'm not attacking Scorpios. I'm more like trying to give advice, okay? It's really coming from the heart. It's in a loving way. But if you are behaving in this way, understand that it is not serving you well. It won't. And so this is more cautionary than anything. So the message coming in, time for change. Scorpios are good for that, okay? The Death card represents the Scorpio, which is transformation. You're able, of all signs, able to transform and gracefully, much more gracefully than any other sign. So take that into consideration. Really put a lot of thought into it. If you have hurt somebody's feelings, maybe, you know, rethink and try to see things from their perspective, you know, try to do that. And if not, well, forewarned is forearmed, right? All right, well, I hope that the rest of the month turns out well for you, Scorpio, and I'm sorry that this is even happening, but it's not easy. And so I hope this makes sense. You can leave comments in the comment section below, and I will see you in May. All right, thanks. Take care, Scorpio.